Hey everyone, it's Monster. We're here with the 2022 new Ulala Pet Skill Guide. Hopefully you guys are ready, and let's get into it. There's a few things we're going to go over during the video, like what are skill orbs, what are passive skills, how to unlock more orb skills and passive skill slots, how to level up orb and passive skills, what orbs should you start out with first, and what passives should you start out with first. So above me there is a side note saying that I did take in consideration the top 10 people in the red T-Rex dummy when looking through the different skill orbs and skill passives that different characters used. So over here on the right, you can see that we have a section for the DPS, a section for the tanks, and a section for the healers. Now, you can't fit all of these on your toon. You'll be able to pick certain ones, and these are just the most common ones that I found within the top 10 characters for each of the classes. So now that we're on one of my characters, I'll go ahead and show you where to find the skill orbs and the skill passive slots. So you want to come down to the bottom section of your pets, go over to the training tab, and there is your orb skills and your passive skills sections. So your orb skills over here are skills that will happen every 5 attacks. Every one of them take 5 attacks, no more, no less. And whenever that 5th attack releases, I believe it is on the 5th attack, the skill itself will proc or activate. Now there are a load of different orbs to choose from depending on what character you're rocking. If you're rocking a DPS, you might go with something that'll give you more damage. If you're rocking a tank, you might rock something that'll give you more shielding or damage reduction. And if you're a healer, you might go with something to help give you better damage. Let's go ahead and look at this orb here. This is Inspire. This is one of the orb skills that you can put on one of your characters, preferably a DPS or a healer, but it can work for tanks in some instances, especially if you need a little bit more damage. So Inspire here says every 5 attacks, increase Master's attack by 105% plus 6,860 of assist for 6 seconds, and switch to the next orb skill. So within every 5 attacks or on the 5th attack, I'm not sure exactly which one it is, the skill here will proc and will help you with your attack. And then once that one is done and it has been procced, it'll move down to the secondary skill here, or secondary orb. And this one that I have on is called Smash. And it says every 5 attacks, attack the enemy and inflict 451% plus 52,160 attack damage and switch to the next orb. So those two right there are going to help put out a lot of damage and help make you and your pet stronger. So now we can go ahead and talk about passive skills. Passive skills are skills that you put on to your pet that are always going to be there unless stated otherwise. This one here, Battle Heart, at the beginning of combat, increase the pet's attack attribute by 10,110 points. Now, I should also mention that yours may not have the same output numbers as mine are leveled up a little bit. If you're just starting out, yours are going to be a lot lower, so don't feel discouraged by that. You will get them leveled up. So as we can see, you can only have 2 orb skills that proc, and once one gets them proccing, the next one will start going into effect. Now your passives, you can have up to 6, and those are always active. I should also mention I'm here on one of my DPSs, so this will help with extra attack, so extra damage for your toon. Smash here will also help with extra attack. Battle Heart will help with the pet's attack attribute, which is very nice. Comp Heart at the beginning of combat increases pet's assist, which will also help you, especially if you're a DPS. We have Photosynthesis. At the beginning of the battle, gain 1 bonus point of orb energy and gain 1 bonus point of orb energy every 5.8 seconds. What that'll do, because like I said, these take 5, it'll help knock those numbers down quicker, almost like in the Clatter card video with having fluff on your character. Photosynthesis is the fluff of pet skills. Then we have Fury here. At the beginning of combat, increase pet's crit rate and crit damage by 10.6%, which is nice because your pet's going to be doing some damage alongside you, and the more damage that they can do with you, the better. And we'll go ahead and go down into the pet skill section, go over to passives, move over to Sharp Tooth, and you can actually read exactly what it does. because some of it does get chopped off if it has a longer explanation. This one says, Master will get vulnerable buff upon each attack by pets and inflict assist times 11.5% plus pet attack times 9% damage when cast the skill. Each layer of vulnerable will increase this damage by 5%. And then last on this character, we have Splash. When the pet launches a basic attack, inflict bonus damage of 17,090 to the nearest enemy unit. So there's a bunch of different ways you can rearrange your passives, and there's a couple of ways you can rearrange your orb skills. If you're going for either an AoE build, if you're having to deal with multiple targets, or a single target build and you're only having to fight one person. So we just got off of one of my assassin classes. Now here we are on one of my warrior classes. Things are a little bit different over here because I'm a tank and not a DPS on this character. So we have devotion, which is more or less just giving us damage reduction. All right. Next we have ward, and this one is increasing our armor, which is good because we are a warrior, and warriors are more armor based and gladiators are more HP based. Now we have firm heart, which helps give us extra protection attribute, which is good for shielding. We have extra pet assist, so that way the pet can do a little bit more for us. We have battle heart here to help with the attack attribute for our pet. And we have this little turtle guy here, Succor. I believe that's how you pronounce it. If it's mispronounced, I'm sorry. And this guy is just more or less saying if we take X amount of damage, it will then apply it to our pet instead of us. And then we have photosynthesis again. Then we have hold firm, which is giving us a small shield every 5 seconds, and it can occur every 10 seconds. Alrighty, here we are on my gladiator. So first off, we have healing mist on our gladiator, which will give us some health over time whenever it procs. We have devotion, which is the damage reduction. We have steady heart, which is helping with our symbiosis, which is good because symbiosis is better for health rather than armor. We do have firm heart in here for a little bit of extra armor, which doesn't hurt. We do have Succor as well, which is allowing our pet to take some of the damage if the damage is too high. We have photosynthesis as well. We have this one right here, increases master's healing by assist times 1.8. Now it is kind of a small number, but being as you are a tank and whenever you do damage with some of your skills, you are healing yourself. This also plays a part and helps you get a little bit extra on your healing. And then last we have Sharp Tooth. Alrighty, here we are on my druid. We have Smash, which is giving us attack on the enemy. We have Inspire here, which is helping increase our attack. We have Battle Heart, which we've seen. We've had Comp Heart, Photosynthesis. We have Fury for pet crit rate and crit damage. Sharp Tooth again, giving us a buff so that way we can do more damage. Then we have Splash. Alrighty, here we are on my Shaman. We have Inspire on here. We have Smash. We have Battle Heart, Comp Heart, Photosynthesis, Fury. This one here does help with our healing. And then we have Sharp Tooth. Okay, so here we are on my Mage, who is my newest character. And we've already went over what skill orbs are. They're just skills for your pets that proc every 5 attacks and can either help you with your attack, help you with getting healed, help you with getting some damage reduction, or help your pet get some extra damage out there. And we've went over passive skills, which are skills that you put on your pet, and they're always there unless stated otherwise. This is one of the cases where I say unless stated otherwise. So we have emergency safeguard here, which is whenever you drop below 20% health, you get a set amount of shield for 6 seconds, and it can only be triggered once. So after that, it's done, and it cannot be reprocced. And now that we've went over the first two, let's go ahead and look at number 3. How do you unlock more orb and passive skill slots? So that right there is through your pet research. So your first unlock is going to be an orb skill at pet research level 29. Your next unlock will be your first passive unlock, and it will be at pet research level 38. And from here, you can keep on scrolling through the pet research ladder to see what you're going to be unlocking next. And you may be wondering, well, that's great. I know where to find it. But how do I actually get the stuff to use? And that is just by simply going into your pets category and releasing some pets. So with purple and above, you're going to be getting rare fossils, which are what you use to increase your pet research. And blue and under is going to give you normal fossils, which if you get enough normal fossils, you can go down to fuse, and it costs 100 normal fossils to make a regular rare fossil. In this case, I have over 300 normal fossils, so I can go ahead and combine those into rare fossils. But to get to where I was, you'll go to your character tab, go into your bag, and up at the top center, you'll go into your pet section. You'll have rare fossils and normal fossils, hopefully at your disposal. So what you could do, if you don't want to release any pets, just because you're waiting on your farm to see if you can get any better pets before you release any, you can go down here to the bottom right to the market, and then to the commercial street, which I myself just call the market. You might be able to find rare fossils or normal fossils in here that you can purchase for sometimes just regular blue shells or with starfish. Alrighty, and so like I said, how we get the items to level up our pet research is by either releasing pets and or combining normal fossils into rare fossils, or going to the commercial street market and buying them if you have the currency for them. Then you'll go down into pet research. This one right here, to get to 92, will cost me 21 rare fossils. I only have 6, but if you had enough, you'll just click research and then you will be able to level that up. Alright, now that we've done number 3, let's go ahead and knock out number 4, upgrading orbs and passive skills. So go down to your character tab, your bag, your others, and if you have light brown vouchers, those are going to be your pet skill vouchers. Now you can get those in a few different ways. You can do it from the Black Rock T-Rex dummy by fighting him. You can also go into your achievement sections, which I'll go ahead and show real quick. So you'll go into your manual, you'll go down to achievements, and you'll go up to the pet training master. Now there will be a few things that won't give you pet skill vouchers, and there will be a few that will give you pet skill vouchers. Now, another place you could go, you can back out of that, go down into the market and your commercial street. And if you're lucky, you might find some laying around here in the market that you could purchase for blue shells or for starfish. So once you're in your bag and in your others tab and you click on your pet skill voucher, you can click use, or you can go over here back into the market and just under the commercial street, your pet skill. And you can also draw from here as well, whichever is easiest. And once you're done drawing as many as you would like, you can go down to your pet tab, go over to the training, and then go into pet skill. Now, mine are red right now. If you do have enough, they will be green. And once they're green, you can click upgrade, and your skills for your orbs and your passives will be upgraded. So where should you start with your orb skills and your passive skills? For a DPS, if you get Inspire, that would be a good one to start off with. Rend wouldn't be terrible, but it is of your assist instead of actual attack. Smash would be a good one as well. Now, if you're looking for more of an AoE, Inspire will still be good, and then you could also try to go for Assault. As far as passives go, I would start with Battle Heart, Comp Heart, Photosynthesis. If you don't want to use Photosynthesis just yet, you could go with possibly Cooperation, Splash, Pursuing. Onslaught wouldn't be too terrible. Sharp Tooth wouldn't be bad either. Just depends on which ones you can get your hand on first and which ones are the higher levels, because as we all know, the higher level your things are, the more damage they're going to do. Now, as far as a warrior would go, Devotion would be a great one to start with if you can get your hands on it. Ward would also be a pretty good one to start with. If you're not able to get onto those, you could go with Shield Defense, Healing Mist as well to keep yourself alive. Now, as far as passives go, Firm Heart would be a great way to start off. Hold Firm as well if you have that one. Photosynthesis, I'm going to say that for all the characters, Photosynthesis is a must at some point. Succor would be pretty good as well. Now, for gladiators, where should you start with orbs? I would try to go with Healing Mists, and then Devotion for the passives. Steady Heart, Firm Heart, Succor would be a good one. And this one right here, I'm not going to try to pronounce it, so. And here with the Druid, kind of like the DPSs as well. I would try to start off with getting Inspire if you can. Second to that, I would try to go for Smash. For passives, Battle Heart would be a good one to start with. and Cob Heart would be a good one to start with. And here on the Shaman, just kind of like the Druid and with the DPSs, trying to start with Inspire, next Smash for your Orb Skills. Same thing here with your passives, starting with Battle Heart, Comp Heart. Alright, that's going to do it for the 2022 Ulala Pet Skill Guide. Hopefully it was informative. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully I explained everything well enough. If I didn't, let me know in the comments and I will do my best to get back to you and hopefully explain it a little bit better if I can. Feel free to pause the video at any time if you need or you see something that you need to remember or write down. And I do appreciate everybody that watches this. It does mean more than you guys know. I really do appreciate it. Also, let me know what you guys would like to see next on the channel about Ulala. And with that being said, you guys have a good one and stay tuned for the future videos.